Premier League, the story that
Yeah.
keeps on giving. This time is Manchester United. Chelsea were taking the headlines, then Manu was like, what? Hold up. That is our headline.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just like
goodness.
last time, Liverpool were taking the headline, and you're like, no, our headline, Jim Ratcliffe. So I don't know what you think about this as a United fan. Is it like a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it a red flag? Is it a worrying thing? What is the feeling in United right now? United fan base
I think it's a
about the
mixture of
Amorim sacking. Go ahead.
yeah, it's a mixture of everything you've mentioned.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to feel about it uh, because uh, I'm worried about my club. I'm worried about Ineos. Uh, Amorim has been fired, and there is all this talk of the club has not been performing well, and the results are not good, and this is the win rate, and the system is not good, and all that stuff. Uh, and I'm not about to deny any of that because there's plenty of truth in that.
Yeah.
Uh, uh, that one takes like 10 or 20% of my interest because I'm worried about the Ineos team and the way they are running the club.
So you feel like this situation we kind of have put it on Ineos in your opinion?
Yes, because I don't really think uh, that they have tackled the main problem.
But what is the problem in your opinion? Like in this scenario that caused this? What's the problem?
No, first of all, Amorim was sackable.
Yeah.
So uh,
Because of
uh,
performance or because of what he said?
you know, a little bit of both. Because what he said was back me or fire me, and when you make that call, it's more of a sackable call because normally many bosses don't want you to make demands over the media.
Yep. Even
More
he
so
does
when
not
it's
want players to make demands over the media. He should
yeah.
understand that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's true. That's what I'm saying. When you get to a point where you make the call that Amorim made, you are calling for firing. But also you have to understand that he sits in the management team, in the leadership team. When players, most players that you look at the situation of Rashford, when Rashford came out and talked about the club, Amorim said, "My door is open." When
And
when the two teenagers, when the teenagers the other day went on social media, Amorim said, "My door is open. Nobody has come to my office." Uh, the same with Garnacho. When Garnacho went to the media and Amorim told him, "You need to find yourself a club because
yep.
nobody is coming to my office." But now Amorim is in the leadership team and he's been to these offices
Yep.
and there has been nothing coming out. Like he's been to the office already. He's talked to them because uh, he's previously said that he's part of the recruitment. He said that for
Wait.
recruitment to be
When
to
you
be done.
say he's been there, you're justifying him to go to the media?
No, I'm trying to understand the call he made because
No. What
because
he did was un Manchester United in a way. Like you should act like a boss. If you're going out, people should just be knowing the rumors, not you came out and started lashing out like a baby. He should have
yeah,
been more calm. Yeah.
I mean, that is true, but when you are in a club where you think that this club has problems and you share a percentage of the problems, but then everybody lashes out at you. And then you go to the club and you're like, you know
Wait, by
what? I
everybody
need
you
this.
mean media?
Uh,
Because Ineos backed him publicly. You mean media?
Ineos backed him verbally
Yeah,
because
publicly.
in
Yeah.
yeah, but actions speak louder than words. Ineos backed him publicly, but we've not seen Ineos back him financially. I mean, we talk about yes, the 250 million has been spent, but for a team that is ailing, the whole team is ailing. You come and buy three forwards. Beumo has been a hit. Uh, Okunya has been good. Shesko is missing, but also you realize that most signings were made in the attacking department, and the result has been like there has been a good result going forward in terms of
Yeah.
scoring goals.
Yeah.
But then when the manager comes out and says, "Now back me up in the midfield, back me up in the defense," in the course of summer, last summer, uh, during our pre-seasons, Amorim came out and said, "I'm short of legs in the midfield." That was the first preseason game against Leeds. I'm short of legs in the midfield. Then what happens? The market drags. Towards the end of the market, Man United approach Brighton. Brighton tell Man United, you know what? Baliba is going to cost 105 million. But United still go ahead and bid 70. No, not like you've been told it's 105. You go ahead and bid 70 in the name of backing your manager. Now, then you don't succeed. Okay, you don't succeed. Then six
Yeah.
months later, uh, the market is open. Uh, we are in sixth position, which is which is fair because I know Chelsea and Liverpool have not had a good season, so I don't want to talk about being 3 points away from Liverpool. There could have been more than 3 points if things had not gone south for Liverpool. It would have been more
But
than three
we're not
points.
saying ifs. There is
Yeah,
no ifs.
yeah.
Reality is they are
So,
three
so,
points
so
behind
yeah.
Liverpool. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we are 3 points behind Liverpool.
Yeah.
We are there's a very big possibility that we can make Champions League.
Yeah.
Uh, because fifth position also can give you Champions League, but you can
Yeah.
go for fourth. Now,
Yeah.
in the course of this year, Amorim has said we shall look to strengthen in the midfield. When the market opens, we shall look at the market. That's something he said himself. Then, the game before Leeds, he gets asked about signings, and then his face frowns, and then he says, "I'm not expecting any movement. The players from AFCON are going to come back. The players injured are going to come back. And that's what I'm seeing." This is a manager who's talked about going in the market in January, retracting his words and saying there will be no signings. Where did he get that information? If not from the
The
sporting
board.
director.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the board. So he's been to the board and they have told him no. Now, why have they told him no? I'm going to come back to that. Uh, the manager, the same Friday, he's asked that I'm hearing that there will be outings. Then the manager says nobody can leave if nobody's coming in. But how does he say nobody can leave if nobody's coming in? And uh, yet Zakzi has an agreement with AS Roma.
Mhm.
So he did not sanction that agreement because, according to him, nobody's coming in, so nobody's leaving. But the board has already agreed with Roma that Zakzi is leaving. So that means that there's a communication breakdown. And Amorim looks at it and he's wondering, why is the club not backing me? Why? Is it because that's probably why he's throwing in Neville, because Neville in this case represents the whole media. Uh, is it because Scholl says I cannot be backed, I'm not good. Keane says I cannot be good. Neville says I cannot be good. And for him to quote the media, it means that probably Sir Jim does not have
Mhm.
authenticity. Sir Jim listens to the
Neville. Yeah.
pundits,
To
yeah,
Neville a
to
lot.
Neville,
Yeah.
and then
Mhm.
yeah, and when Rúben meets with the board after a match week, the questions they ask him,
Are similar.
he can see Neville, he can see Neville's handwriting in them. So he's like, okay, then just bring Neville here. Let me talk to Neville because as my bosses, you need to have authenticity.
You need to know what you're
I need to
doing.
hear my bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
Yeah.
hear my bosses talk about themselves. I need to have
Yeah.
confidence that I'm talking to people who understand what they're doing. But every
Yeah.
day after the results, I'm coming to the board to respond to Neville, to respond to
King
Scholes,
points.
to
Yeah.
respond to Keith. All
Yeah.
of those have failed as managers. All of
Yeah.
them have failed as managers.
Yeah.
Rooney has
Yeah.
failed as a manager. He's getting back in.
Yeah.
In the punditry, talking about how the manager has not justified. And I agree with them to some extent because uh, last
Because he
season,
lost to Spurs in the final. That was a big
exactly.
one.
That's why I'm going back to last. That's why I'm going back to last season.
Yeah.
This guy sacrificed the Premier League.
Yeah.
We lost so many games in the Premier League. He put all his eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
I'm getting the Europa League.
Mhm.
We accepted that. He played those kids in the Premier League, the likes of Chido,
Mhm.
uh, saving the legs for the Premier League. We accepted that. Now, when you put all your eggs in the same basket and lose the Europa League, now we're going to be mad at you. So, after suffering all these Premier League losses, you lost the Europa League.
To
But do
Spurs.
you know what?
The worst
It was
Spurs
Spurs.
ever. Mhm.
Yeah. That was the worst United ever as well. But he lost to the
It
worst
was also
Spurs
the
ever.
worst Spurs. They were the
True.
worst Spurs that beat the worst United. So okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that was sackable.
Yeah.
That was sackable. They did not sack the manager. They saw the vision. They saw the project. He sold his idea. The club said, okay, we can buy this. Let's go ahead. The club gives him money.
Yeah.
Now, once the club gives him money, and look at how the season is, we are in the sixth position. Uh, and we should have been better than that. That also comes back to the manager. We should have been higher than sixth position. But sixth
Yeah.
position is not enough
It's good. Yeah.
to fire a
Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
Sixth position is not underperformance. When you talk about this manager has won 24 and lost 21, we are beating him using last season because by this season, if we've not won many games, but we are position six, that shows you how this season is. It's
But they're
just a
talking
tough
about
season.
few things like the lashing out, and because he's not the first one. Mourinho was on the verge of a final. Came out to the media, talked out. Conte came to the media, talked even about Levy, out. Nuno came to the media, talked about this Greek guy, out. Maresca came to the media, talked about, out. Amorim is a formula. It seems like, and the way he
Uh,
did that morning walk in the snow, it looks like he had a very calculated move to get his pay packet
uh,
and just leave this stress. Mhm.
no, Amorim sacking is a surprise to us. The conference he gave on Friday before the Leeds game, that was not Amorim. That was not him. That's not the Amorim is smiley and tries to shrug off issues even before
Yeah,
that against
yeah,
Newcastle
yeah.
on the interview. Back four, clean sheet, 3 points out.
Kobe Maino
Like
injured.
uh
Yeah.
yeah, Kobe Maino.
Yeah.
You have to realize that he said that. He
Yeah.
said that because he has been pushed to play that system.
Mm.
And he was telling the board, I've played the system you wanted. We have 3 points. We have a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Because why? Before the Bournemouth game, that week, in the media, it leaks out that our sporting director, Wilcox, has asked Amorim to switch to back four, and United are preparing to play back four.
Yeah.
Now that's a conversation that Amorim had with Wilcox,
Yeah.
but the media has it. The media has it, and then because that information leaks, Amorim decides not to play back four. He had been practicing for that for the whole week.
Yeah.
But why is that information out? I heard him tell the media, you always get half stories,
Yeah. Yeah.
probably from Wilcox.
Yeah.
Because where did that half story come from?
Yeah.
So he decides not to play back for that day. But after the game, you see it. Amorim is normally very happy about results. The boys gave their all. We are
Yeah.
improving. As you can see, we were the better side, whatever. Back four, clean sheet. Kobe Mainu is out. Boom.
Yeah.
I'm out of this. That
Yeah.
was called. That's unlike him. Then he comes versus Leeds, and then he backtracks on signings. He says there'll be no activity. I'm waiting on AFCON boys. I'm waiting on my injured boys, and nobody's leaving if nobody's coming. That's also
Yeah.
against what he's saying. And you look at his body language, it was off.
Yeah.
So for Amorim to come out this day and say that I want to be a manager, of course, because I can only say that was a gentleman agreement. That was a gentleman agreement because even as a head coach, Amorim has said over and over that he has to discuss signings with Wilcox. He said that from since the season began, he has to discuss signings with Wilcox. That's a management role. So it's something that was given in a gentleman's
Yeah.
agreement.
He, with
But
his
right
power,
now,
he helped Bruno, right?
yeah,
Yes.
with his power, he retained Bruno, and I'm gonna talk about Bruno when I talk about what I think about the Ineos.
Mm-hmm.
So now we get to this January window. He's like, you know what? We're beginning to do something. Uh, Anybody who has watched United can see that United are playing better than they were with Ten Hag. Leave alone at the
Yeah.
beginning of Amorim with Ten Hag. We're playing better
Yeah.
than we were playing with Ten Hag. We have so much confidence with the ball. We are attacking in numbers. We are creating so many chances. You can predict how United is going to play, but we are awful without the ball. But then when Amorim goes to the management, like, hey, can I have some players? The United old boys have already talked trash about the system. They have already
Yeah.
said how he's not built for Manchester United. They have already said, oh, you cannot come out and say this is the worst United club. Oh, he said it and they didn't fire him. You cannot
That's the
come
truth.
out and and be so open, so genuine. Uh, if it's not affecting results on the field, I mean, if we're not
Yeah.
good, we're not good. We
Yeah.
cannot keep on being lied to. Like we hated Ten Hag for lying. Ten Hag was like, we've been the best club after Liverpool. We are dominating teams. No, we called out Ten Hag for lying. Now we're calling out Amorim for saying the truth. I don't know. I don't know where United old boys stand
Yeah.
on this one. But for them to get into Sir Jim's head, for him to make this call, because this call has been coming, as I said, because Amorim saw it, and for Amorim to say that I'm here to be the manager, not the coach, was simply it's another transfer window.
Mm-hmm.
I'm chasing top four. You are not making any signings. You bid 70 for Baliba. We have made some money between the summer up to now.
Yeah.
You went in for Semenyo. You did not get it. You have money. Can you spend it? And the club is telling him all this. You are not flexible. You are all this and that. Then why don't you fire
Mm.
me?
Yeah. Leave me
That's the
alone if you
simple
know how to
question.
do the job. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he made that call. Because if United don't buy players, there's nothing new that Amorim has not told these boys. There's nothing new at all. After 1 year, what is he going to tell them? He's already put out there what he wants. Now he just
Yeah.
wants players. But they're telling him, try to get the best out of what you can. 1 year later.
Yeah.
1 year
And
later, you know who
Man
to
City is
trust, you know
stacking
who,
up
who
on
not to
centre
trust.
backs. Yeah.
Exactly. So if you don't have the money,
Yeah.
if you
Don't
don't have
expect
the
the
money,
results. Yeah.
tell me. No, tell me you don't
Yeah.
have the money. I will deal with this. But you are telling me we have the money, but we don't trust you. We don't
Mm.
trust you with players. You need to prove something. Prove what? I'm at position 6. I'm 3 points from position 4. Uh, Look at I've considered Leeds. Heaven gave away the goal. Lack of experience. I love the kid, but that was lack of
Yeah.
experience. Against
Yeah.
Aston Villa, Euro gave away the first goal to Morgan Rogers. Lack of
Mhm.
experience. The second goal, Dado is just bad. He was left flat-footed. And then when the cross comes in, uh, Heaven is caught flat-footed. Another
Yeah.
goal against Bournemouth. Heaven is running away from Semenyo. Leaves a clear space. A goal there. Like, we've been making all these mistakes against Bournemouth. That free kick, Lamens lets it go. That was savable. So we are where we are partly because of lack of experience, lack of squad depth. You are chasing top four, and the only person you have on your bench is Zaxi. And you're telling the club, back me up. And the club is telling you, no, we don't trust you. And then if you don't trust me, why do you have me here?
Yeah.
Back me or fire me. That's all he did.
Yeah.
Now, he does not have credit in the bank for him to make that statement. I don't think they fire
He said it.
uh,
He said, I'm
uh,
not Tuchel. I'm
Pep
not
Guardiola
Mourinho.
if he says that.
Yeah. He said, I'm not
Yeah,
Tuchel. I'm
well,
not Mourinho.
probably because in the board meeting, maybe in the board meeting they keep on telling him, but Tuchel took over Chelsea and did this, but because this board is shitty.
Yeah.
They throw things that without looking at themselves. So Amorim was in a point where he knew that if they don't sign players, he's going nowhere. And if United do not make Champions League, he'll still be in in problem. But
Yeah.
Spurs is gonna come good, maybe. Newcastle can come good, maybe. They're only 4 points behind us. They can come good.
Yeah.
And then we shall be back in position 8, going for conference. So Liverpool is shaky. Chelsea is shaky. Back me up. Let's finish in top 4. In Champions League, we can strengthen more, bring in more money, attract better players, but back me up. And the club is telling him, we don't trust you. So what is he supposed to do?
Well,
He
you
has
walk
his
away,
own
but
weaknesses. No, walking away is
so what he did,
walking
like what he
away
has
is when you
described.
realize that you don't have is when you realize you don't have what it takes to make to see off the job. But you believe you have what it takes, and you are employed. They came and picked you out of Sporting
Your job.
in
Yeah.
November. You
Yeah.
told them, give me until the summer. When I come in, they said, no, you have to come right now. So they picked you from out of a job in November. They are not backing you. You are bound to fail, and you just walk away. No, like, uh, uh, yeah, there was a connection issue there. I know where I'm walking away. You got me from a comfort zone, employed, performing well. You brought me here, made promises. You're not funding me, so I'm not walking away. You fire me and pay me, or fund my project. United chose to fire him.